guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. For my March TBR, I have a couple books I wasn't able to quite finish in February, which you'll see on my February, the second half of my month wrap up. But those books were Jane Eyre. I have this beautiful edition of it with these really beautiful illustrations, and it's just, you know, it's a beautiful more dense book, and I was like kind of trying to like get through it, and I realized like I was just enjoying reading it so much that I didn't want to rush it just to like make a deadline. So I'm gonna just enjoy it over the next few days and just move it into March. It's really beautiful. I love it. And the other book I did not get a chance to read was The Program by Suzanne Young. So I'm just gonna kind of transfer this over to March as well, because it was something that sounded really interesting to me. It was basically, I like remember it, but I don't. I know it sounded sad. Oh right, people get treated for depression and they go into the program and they return as a blank slate, so their depression's gone, but like all their memories are gone. So it's kind of like, I'm very interested to see how that is. So, hey, come here. Hey babe, what's up? So then the next book that I have is, hi. She was just sniffing around the ground for some reason, and here we go. Here we go. There we go. All right, can you just chill? Do you want to just chill for like 2 seconds? Are you into it? What do you think? All right, chill. So the next book I have in my more self-help sort of book is, it's called Creative Visualization. I'm gonna butcher this name. Shakti Gawain, I want to say, sure. And you know what's so funny about this book? When I was like a freshman in college, this senior recommended it to me and I bought it right away, and I kind of started to read it. And then I was like, oh, I'm not sure if I'm ready for this. And then it was just on my shelf. I brought it all the way here from Massachusetts. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna read it. And I kind of already started it. I've read quite a few self-help books, so I'm not sure if this one is the most profound for me, but it's definitely adding to everything that I have read. And also, a little bonus gift in this book, I found this wicked old movie stub from when I saw The Notebook in 2004, and I don't know what it's even gonna show. Focus please, because it's so funny. Focus, it's not focusing. Oh my gosh. But it's really old. The ticket was only $9.25, 10:15 p.m. Monday, July 19th, 2004, and I find that crazy. And so I just kept it in here because I felt like this was just like almost like a time capsule book, because it's probably around the time I got it, and it's crazy. That's crazy to me. All right, I realized my TBR is kind of dreary this month for the rest of them. I mean, not that The Program isn't dreary, and Jane Eyre is kind of a dreary, I don't know. I guess I just like wanted to be sad this month, whatever. So the first book I chose was Sophie's Choice, William Styron. It is, I feel like everyone kind of knows the story, but it's basically there's this like author who's like a narrator, and this woman Sophie and her boyfriend are like living in this house with him, and he learns a lot about Sophie's past when she was in a concentration camp. And I studied, my senior thesis was about genocide. What are you doing? My senior thesis was about genocide. And I did a lot of Holocaust studies, and this book was assigned to me in a class, and I don't think I read the whole thing because I just had so much on my plate for my thesis. And so I've had it and have wanted to actually read it since college. Oh my gosh, a lot of college books coming back here. That's nice. And that's the theme, I guess. So I decided now would be a good time. It's probably gonna be really sad. Yeah. The next book I chose, this was on my TBR I think for January, and I never got to it, and I decided to reintegrate it, and it's The Mind at Work, Valuing the Intelligence of the American Worker by Mike Rose. And I kind of already talked about this, but it's just talking about how society really makes big judgments on people who are working in kind of like a more blue collar capacity, and just like kind of talking about those people and celebrating them and everything that they do. And I think it'll be really interesting to read because it's super true. Like I talked about before, people definitely get really weird sometimes when I'm a waitressing. Like I feel like they do think of me as lesser sometimes, and it's very strange because I think I'm very intelligent. And like I've worked with some people who were like I worked with this guy who legit won an Emmy for writing, and he was then working with me in a restaurant, and I was just like, it's just, you never know who's waiting on you, especially in a place like Los Angeles. Like I legit, it was my first job out here, and he legit was a writer on a show, and he had won an Emmy, and then I'm not quite sure what happened or what the events leading up to him having to wait tables again, but he was waiting tables, and I was just like, damn, like it also shows just how fickle this business can be. The next book I am going to read, my boyfriend just read this actually. I got it in a book haul, I think from Book Outlet like a while ago, and it's Dreamland, The True Tale of America's Opiate. I was just saying how I'm not dumb and I can't say words. But it's about the opioid epidemic. This is so embarrassing. The opioid epidemic. The opioid epidemic in America, and it basically is just about addiction. And my boyfriend was kind of telling me about it and how in these towns people just are basically like, there's not a lot of jobs available, so people he explained it, there was like maybe they're on welfare, or there was some kind of like incentive that they just got money and then they would buy and sell drugs, and that was like how they were like thriving and living, and they would just sit around all day and do drugs. And I was just like, I mean, I guess if that's what you want to do, sounds like a pretty sweet deal, but I would go absolutely crazy. But they were also like, he was talking about how they're like in these towns, like so many people just sell drugs, that they're all very like respectful, like they do business very respectfully and like don't like poach each other's clients. And I was like, it sounds real, like the way he described it, I was like, I want to learn more about that, because that sounds very strange and interesting, and what a different world that I've never experienced. And the last book, I saw this a little bit on BookTube, and my boyfriend got this randomly as well. I'm like stealing all his books. And it's the 7.5 Half-Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. And I just think this book is really pretty, first of all, and I don't even like know what this is about. Evelyn Hardcastle will die every day until Aiden Bishop can identify her killer and break the cycle. But every time the day begins again, Aiden wakes up in the body of a different guest, and some of his hosts are more helpful than others. Okay, like Groundhog's Day sort of thing, I guess. That sounds really cool. Yeah, so I'm really excited. It's a bit of an ambitious TBR. A lot of the books are really dense. Like this is it's not like super, like the writing is kind of like normal, but it's just bigger, and this is a pretty dense book. And then like Sophie's Choice, obviously. And then Jane Eyre, I'm like kind of almost halfway through, but you know, I'm just kind of like, I'm like really enjoying Jane Eyre so much. I read it a long time ago, and like first of all, like I can't talk enough about how much I enjoy holding this book, and it has this kind of like frayed edging, and I just feel like, I don't know, I just like feel very intelligent reading it and carrying it around, and it's a good weight. I enjoy it. The illustrations are so pretty. Like there's like a bunch of just like kind of black and white sketches, and then they just have like oh, this is so pretty. It's so pretty. I'm like obsessed. I like recommend Dame Darcy did these illustrations, and I'm beyond obsessed. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure you subscribe below. I do new videos Sunday, Tuesday, Friday, and I don't know if you saw my last video, but I'm doing a musical march, so I am posting a musical cover every day this month, and yeah, it's gonna be a challenge, and I'm hoping to do it justice and hopefully improve my singing voice in the process. So that's pretty much it. Subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want to share me with your friends. I've been really into it. I like to make new friends. So thanks guys, and I will see you, well, I guess tomorrow because I'm posting videos every day. Alright, thanks, bye.